Hey, Monica. You got a minute?
Hey, Bryant, what's up?
It's about Friday's date.
Oh, I see. What is it?
Turns out, I'm not actually gonna be able to make it after all.
Oh?
Sorry, this one's totally out of my hands. I think I mentioned this before, but it's an important business meeting with an overseas company I'm looking to set up a long-term working relationship with. I always have to arrange meetings with these guys with the gap in time zones in mind, which is why they always tend to be in the evening for me. And there's not much I can do about it.
What's the problem? Surely you can just get the meeting over with early. You're a freelancer, right? I thought you were flexible on stuff like this.
The only reason we're having the meeting in the first place is because of the client, so unfortunately, it's not as simple as dipping out early. Besides, they told me that even if we get done early, it's gonna take at least 4 or 5 hours. Don't worry, babe. I'll make up for it. I promise.
Fine. But if we're canceling, you have to take me to a fancy restaurant next weekend and splash out on me then instead.
Okay, that's fair. What do you want to eat?
I think I'm in the mood for French food.
It's settled then. Let's go to that 3-star French restaurant you've been wanting to go to?
Oh, that place! It looks just amazing. Deal. Thanks, baby.
I heard it's got a dress code, so we have to look the part.
Got it. Oh yeah, that reminds me. It seems like I lost my earring when I was in your room the other day. I can't find it anywhere, and that's the only place I can think of. I promise I won't get in your way while you're working, babe. Do you mind if I come in and look for it now?
Listen. The thing is, I'm just about to head out to meet a client.
Can I go in with the spare key then?
I'm
going out with the girls tomorrow, and I really want to wear those earrings. They're my favorite pair. Please, baby.
Meh. I guess there's no harm. Okay. Please remember one thing, though. My study is off limits. Just like always, okay? Absolutely do not go in there under any circumstances.
Got it.
Monica, good morning. Do you have a minute? There's a little something I need to ask you about.
Sure, what is it?
It's about yesterday. You came over while I was out with a client to look for the earring you lost, right?
That's right. I didn't find it in the end, though.
Oh, really?
That was my favorite earring, too. I was so disappointed.
Yeah, that's a real shame. Anyway, forgive me, but let's put that conversation to one side for a minute.
What's wrong?
Did you go in my study?
I may have gone in there very briefly.
I knew it!
I was so desperate to find my earring. I knew I wouldn't be able to get it off my mind if I didn't go over the entire place with a fine-tooth comb, which meant peeking in your study, too. But don't worry, I didn't look at your computer or any documents or anything official or important looking related to your work. Even if I did, I probably wouldn't understand.
That's fine, but I didn't really have anything that could cause me trouble if you saw it anyway. And that's not what I'm asking about. Listen, Monica, did you open my desk drawer?
Oh, is this about the ring?
Huh? Yes, it actually is.
Yeah, I took it.
What? You took the ring without my permission?
Well, I figured it was for me anyway. Wait, it wasn't it?
Well, yeah, it was, but...
What's the problem then? I just took what was mine. You have no idea how good the timing was on this. You got me out of a real pinch. Thanks, baby.
I got you out of a real pinch.
So here's the thing. Remember that girls' holiday I went on a little while back? You see, one of my friends covered the $350 for my plane ticket. She lent it to me on the condition I pay her back by today. She was really insistent. I got bang on $350 for the ring at the pawnbrokers. Can you believe how lucky that is?
You sold the ring? You sold it for $350?
I did think about trying to haggle the guy up a bit, but whatever. I'm just happy I was able to pay off my debt.
You have got to be kidding me!
But really, Bryant? If you're gonna buy me presents, you really should push the boat out more.
Excuse me?
I understand you never get as much for the retail price when you sell stuff to a pawnbroker, but even taking that into account, I wish you would have bought me something a little higher quality. Aren't I worth more to you than $350?
Oh my god, Monica! What have you done? As far as I can see, either one of two things has happened here. Either you let him haggle you down to an absurdly low price, or you went to a shady pawnbroker.
Huh?
You would have never gotten so little for it otherwise.
What do you mean?
That was an expensive top-of-the-range ring!
Huh? It was? How much?
$25,000!
$25,000?
It had a real diamond in it, and not just a small one either.
Seriously? I thought it was just some cheap, tacky, cubic zirconia.
I bought it at the most luxurious jeweler in the state. I had to book an appointment just to go in and browse, for crying out loud. The appraisal certificate was right next to the ring in the drawer. Are you saying you didn't notice?
I didn't notice. Don't worry, baby. I'm gonna head back to the pawnbrokers and get it back. Just you wait. Bryant?
How did it go?
They don't have it anymore.
What?
Apparently they sold it yesterday.
Seriously? Do you have any idea who bought it?
They said they're not at liberty to disclose that information.
Oh my god. That's it then. There's nothing we can do.
But this isn't so bad, Bryant. I mean, think about it. It was for me in the first place, right?
Well, it was. But I feel like that's not the...
No problem then. Just think of this as having given me it a little earlier than expected. This happened after I got a hold of it, and I had no way of knowing, so it can't be helped. Plus, it did pay off my debt, every cloud. No use crying over spilled milk, you know. It's fine, baby, really.
What?
I won't deny it is a little unfortunate, but I'm not gonna let it bother me, so you shouldn't either. Please let it go. Okay, that settles it then. That's the end of that.
How can you move on from this so easily?
Life's too short to dwell on bygones. What's done is done. We could cry and complain and be all down in the dumps, but where would it get us? Let's take a forward-looking, constructive attitude towards this, okay? You can't choose what happens to you, but you can choose how you react to it.
What the hell are you talking about? Happens to you? But you're the one who...
More importantly, let's think about something a little more fun. This conversation is boring now. That reminds me! Did you already make the booking at the fancy French restaurant next weekend? Since we don't eat out at places that nice very often, I think we should make the most of it and go for the 7 courses with champagne option.
That's enough!
Huh?
We're not going to the restaurant.
What? Why not? Aren't you forgetting something? This is your way of apologizing to me for canceling our date on Friday. You still have making up to do, mister. It has nothing to do with the whole ring thing. You're still not hung up on that, are you? Geez, seriously? You better not be sulking.
You still don't understand, do you?
Understand what?
Come on, just think about this. When do I buy you presents? Excluding our anniversary and your birthday, I almost literally never buy you anything. Yet there I was, about to give you a $25,000 ring. Did that not make you stop and think about it for even 1 second?
No, not this again. Look, baby, I'm really touched you bought me something so nice. I am. But it's gone now. Can't we just, get over it already?
That was an engagement ring!
Huh?
The booking at the French restaurant next week. On the surface, it was my way of apologizing for the date we missed on Friday. But in reality, the plan from the beginning was to propose to you there.
What? Really?
Remember before when you said you'd always dreamed of being proposed to at a luxury restaurant with a beautiful view of the nighttime landscape? The plan was to get down on one knee while we were eating and pop the question. I wanted to make your dream a reality. That's why I intended to keep it hidden from you until the day. It was supposed to be a surprise. That's why I went out of my way to make sure the ring was stashed away in the desk drawer of my study that you weren't supposed to go in. Huh? What kind of reaction is that?
Sorry, baby, I'm just a little incredulous. Forgive me, but I have to ask you this. Can you really afford something as expensive as a $25,000 ring?
Huh?
Do freelancers really make that much money?
That differs from person to person.
But you buying a $25,000 ring? I just can't believe it.
I just went with the old, an engagement ring should be 3 times your month's salary rule. And that's how much it came to.
What? So you must make, what, over $8,000 a month? And wait, what? No, wait, $10,000 a year?
Well, there are taxes and some other minor deductions to take into account, but if you calculate a rough overall figure, then yes, more or less.
Well, if you're that rich, you could just buy me a new ring then. Can't you?
Huh?
I understand what happened is a little unfortunate, but if you work hard, you can make up for it in no time. It's just like they say, when you fall off your horse, you get straight back on it.
You're something else.
Do it for me, Bryant.
No, No. That's it. I can't do this anymore.
Where's your fighting spirit? And to think you call yourself a man. Did you say the restaurant wasn't booked? That's okay. In that case, leave it to me. I'll call them now.
It's not that I didn't book it, Monica. I just canceled it.
Huh? Why?
Because I'm breaking up with you.
What?
I can't do this anymore. I had no idea you were this irrational and lacking in common sense.
Common sense? Don't be so nasty. What does that mean?
Do you seriously still not get it?
Duh, that's why I'm asking, dummy.
You sold the engagement ring you took without my permission from a closed drawer in a room I told you not to go in. Your attitude when you found out that you had no hope of getting it back was awful. It was like you didn't care. Then, in spite of knowing the ring cost me $25,000, you didn't even show an inkling of any kind of sense of personal responsibility. Instead, basically ordering me to go out and get you a new one, like I'm your personal ATM. You genuinely seem to have no idea whatsoever of how awful and problematic your behavior is. I can't do this anymore. I just can't.
Oh my god!
Please, never contact me again.
Bryant, wait, please? How am I the bad guy here all of a sudden? I didn't do anything wrong! Ugh, Bryant!
A few days later, I sent Monica a compensation claim for the engagement ring through my lawyer. My lawyer, unbelievably, told me the response he got was, "That ring was a present for me, so it makes no sense that I have to pay compensation." And she refused to pay. I was at my wit's end, and playing nice was going to get me nowhere. So, I decided to tell her parents everything. The next day, I received a letter of apology through my lawyer, and the entire sum was paid into my bank account. Monica was forced to go and live back at her folks' place, and ordered to sign a written pledge agreeing to never come near me or contact me again. I heard her parents made her start work at a friend's factory, so she could start making repayments on the $25,000 they very kindly lent her. However, I recently heard from one of our mutual friends that now, even to this day, she still insists that she did nothing wrong, constantly complaining about me. Why did he do this to me? It's not fair. He also told me that other people in her life are finally starting to get sick of her bad-mouthing everyone, like she's Little Miss Perfect and can do nothing wrong. She's losing friends, one after the other, and if she's not careful, she'll be completely on her own before long.
Hey, Julia, how's it going? I heard from Helen and the other moms. But do you really have a paid membership card at that new members-only supermarket? Hey, Tessa, how's it going? Yeah, I got one. I applied for it just the other day. There wasn't anywhere for me to shop in the neighborhood for the longest time, so I always used online shopping. But when that new store opened up in the city recently, I splashed out and signed up. That's so cool! Would you take me with you sometime? I heard that a single paying member is allowed to bring up to 2 non-paying adults with them. Oh, I've been wanting to check it out ever since it opened. Please? Sure, no problem. I was actually planning on doing some shopping there this weekend. If that works for you, let's go together. There's no limit on children, so feel free to bring the kids along too. Oh, that's fine. I've been wanting to go for a while, so I'd rather browse at a leisurely pace. I'll leave the kids with my husband's folks. Okay, great. Well, in that case, I'll leave my kids with the husband then. Are you cool with meeting there and parting ways when we're done? Well, if you wouldn't mind me asking another favor, could you please pick me up in your car? Me and my husband have only the one car. He'll be using it this weekend, so I won't be able to get there by myself. I'd really appreciate it if you could pick me up. Don't worry, I'll cover the petrol money. Sure, no problem. Well then, I'll come and pick you up this weekend. Shall we meet at the nearby convenience store? Perfect! Thanks a bunch, Julia! Not at all. I'm looking forward to it. Tessa? Where are you right now? I think I lost you. Where did you go? Oops, sorry. I got distracted looking at all the fancy shelves in the middle. Wow, just wow. This place is so cool. Everything comes in large. It's amazing. I've never seen a supermarket like it. You're on quite the shopping spree, huh? You took the biggest shopping cart and it's crammed so full, I think stuff's gonna start falling out. Oopsie, maybe I got a little carried away. I'm so pleased I tagged along today. Well then, I'm gonna go pay for my stuff soon. Are you ready to come up to the register yet? Let's meet up there. Oh, pardon me for just a moment. I need to go to the little girl's room. Be a darling and go through the register for me, Kay? I'll come and find you if you wait for me on the other side. Uh-huh. What about the money? What should I do about the money for your stuff? Pay it? What? Ah, I see. You mean I pay for your stuff first, then you pay me back afterwards or something? I'm sorry, but lending and borrowing money can be a major source of trouble, so I tend to avoid it. And I hate to say this, but to be honest with you, me and you aren't that familiar, and I wouldn't feel comfortable. What are you talking about? You're going to pay for all my shopping, right? What? All of it? Good heavens. Oh, please tell me you weren't actually expecting me to pay for anything today. Are you being serious? Uh-huh. No, wait. I'm the one who should be asking you that. Of course, I'll pay for my own stuff myself. But you are going to pay for yours, right? You wouldn't really ask me to pay for all your shopping, would you? The mountain of stuff in your cart looks like it could easily come to $450. You wouldn't ask me to pay that, right? You're joking, aren't you? Yes, of course, you're just joking. Stop it, Tessa, this isn't funny. I'm not joking. What the hell are you talking about? I was kind enough to come shopping with you today. The least you could do is pay for all of my stuff. You're showing a disappointing lack of gratitude here, Missy. What? What you're saying makes zero sense. You're the one who asked me if you could come with me. Aren't I the one who let you tag along so you could take advantage of the benefits of my membership here? Why on earth would I be obliged to give you anything, let alone pay for your entire shop? Because I'm going to give you $5 petrol money? Which technically means I'm the one who paid for you to come here. No, your logic is ridiculous. That makes no sense. The cost of your shopping is clearly going to be higher than a measly $5 of petrol money. Even if, for the sake of argument, I concede that you did pay for me to come here, that still wouldn't mean you have any right to demand that I pay for your shop, nor does it mean I have any obligation to do so. About 80% of the things in our cart are things you put there. I didn't even bring that much money with me today. What you're asking is impossible. I will not be paying. You might not have cash money, but you do have cards, don't you? Just get it on your credit card. You have 2 of them in your purse. Wait, what? How the heck did you know that? No way. Did you look inside my purse? Of course I did. It's only natural to check the required funds are available before embarking on a major shopping spree. You looked inside my purse to check how much money I had? Does anyone actually do that? Ugh, this is just pure creepy. I'm actually disgusted. Ugh, this can't be happening. Enough of your babbling. Hurry up and pay for my things. If you insist on taking forever, I'll be waiting by the exit adjusting my makeup. Tessa, wait! Are you seriously trying to make me pay for all of your shopping? Do you struggle to comprehend simple English? I think I made it crystal clear that that's exactly what you'll be doing. You should know when to give up. If you can afford to be a paying member at this supermarket, then you must have plenty of money going spare. Surely you can cover the few things I put in the cart. You probably wouldn't even feel it. Anyways, message me when you're done paying, okay? I'll be waiting. I have no choice, do I? Fine, I'll go through the register. Thanks, sweetie. Julia, help! Please come here. They're not letting me leave. What? Why? There's been some kind of misunderstanding. Over what? I don't understand what you mean. Well, you just paid for all of our shopping, didn't you? The cart that had my things in it. You said you forgot to buy something and pass me the cart. So I decided to go outside with it and wait while smoking a cigarette or something. But the moment I wheeled it out with all my shopping in it, the security guard yelled thief and ran over and grabbed hold of my arm. Some of the other employees rushed over and they all dragged me into the backyard. Please come quick. Clear up this misunderstanding at once. Oh my God, what are you doing, Tessa? That kind of behavior just isn't acceptable. You can't go walking out of the store with a cart full of shopping that hasn't been paid for. Huh? Not a single thing in the cart you tried wheeling out of the supermarket had been paid for. I didn't buy much, so I put all of my things in the reusable shopping bag I brought with me. What? Wait, what do you mean? Are you telling me you didn't pay for my things? Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you. I told you countless times that I wouldn't be paying. I couldn't possibly have made it any clearer. If anything, isn't it a bit strange that you assumed it had been paid for? But you said you were going through the register. Then you passed over the cart full of my things afterwards. So isn't it only natural to assume it was all paid for by then? I might have said I'd go through the register, but I never once said that I'd pay for any of your things. I did consider going around and putting everything back, but I figured that would take too long. So, in the spirit of driving home the message that you should still pay for your own shopping yourself, I decided to pass you it back after paying for my own stuff instead. Was it not plain to see? Surely you understood. And how do you suppose I was supposed to understand that? Oh, you're despicable. How dare you use such a sneaky trick on me? No, once again, I'm pretty sure that's my line. You certainly have no right to accuse me of sneaky tricks after trying to con me into paying for your mountain of shopping. Oh, anyway, forget about that. Just come and help me. They'll call the police if you don't come soon. Oh, if my husband finds out about this, he'll divorce me. Please, come to the backyard, now. Sorry, no can do. I'm on the way home as we speak. I'm having a rest at the convenience store at the minute. What? You went home without me? Obviously. Not only did you try and extort money out of me, but you even looked into my purse while I wasn't looking. Taking into account the strong possibility that next time you wouldn't stop at just peeking and actually decide to steal my money, there's no way I could let you back into my car. Make your own way home. Please, just hold on for one moment. I'd never do anything like that. Are you really going to abandon your friend like this? Don't you care about what happens to me? Bingo. I don't care at all. Huh? I only know you because we ran into each other at kindergarten every now and then. Maybe sometimes we'd say hi or give each other a nod. We're hardly best friends, are we, Tessa? What's more, after today's little incident, my trust for you has hit the rock bottom. We'll never be friends again, which is why whatever happens to you has nothing to do with me, and I couldn't care less. Wait! If you don't come and help me, you're set to lose out big time. Is that what you want? Lose out? How? All I did was buy my shopping and go home. I won't be covering the petrol money anymore. I mean it. I'll have you kicked out of the social circle of moms at kindergarten. I'll harass you at your home. Look, I really do hate to be rude, but are you a moron? What? No matter which way you look at it, rushing to help someone who just got caught red-handed in the act of shoplifting for a poxy $5 in petrol money just isn't worth it, is it? A person who just tried to squeeze $450 out of me with some cheap, slimy trick, no less. Plus, I'm almost certain you wouldn't be able to resist the urge to curse me out in the car on the way home, even if I did come back to help you. And to top it all off, no doubt rumors of me being your partner in crime would start spreading. Number 2 in the supermarket shoplifting duo. I don't like how that sounds. Finally, I'd get banned from the supermarket, and the membership card I spent so much money on would have been a complete waste of money. Taking all of the above into consideration, if all I'm set to lose is a measly few liters in petrol money, the juice just isn't worth the squeeze. Gah! Besides, me and you are in different social circles at kindergarten. Not that I'd want to be friends with the type of person who peeks inside of people's purses while they're not looking in the first place. Even if you did somehow miraculously manage to get me ostracized, I wouldn't be bothered. And seriously, Do you actually think I'm gonna just take it lying down if you announce that you're going to start harassing me at my house? I'll install CCTV cameras, and even if you do so much as show up outside, I'll call the police. In conclusion, there's absolutely zero reason for me to come and get you out of this ridiculous mess that you got yourself into. Start behaving like an adult and call either your husband or the police. Or how about you just pay for your damn shopping and clear your name like a normal human being? Whether I call my husband or the police, I lose. This is nothing but bad for me. I didn't bring enough money with me to pay for all of this. I don't even have my credit card. Does that mean you filled the biggest trolley available with mountains of expensive things without even considering your financial situation? You were fully aware of mine, though, weren't you? You really did plan on screwing me over from the get-go. You're a disgraceful person. If you can't afford to pay, then call your husband or call the police. I don't want to do either. Please, I'm begging you, come back. Please, just cover the bill just this once. I'll pay you back later, I swear. I am so sorry I looked in your purse. I truly am. I'm sorry I tried to make you pay for the shopping, too. I've never been this sorry about anything. I mean it. I'm super sorry. If you were that sorry, you wouldn't have done it in the first place. I won't be coming back, because I have no reason to. It's really that simple. Anyways, I'm heading home now. It's been a real experience. See you at kindergarten. That is, if I ever see you again. The police were called, and Tessa was taken to the police station in handcuffs. The police called her husband, and he rushed over to see her immediately. She tried dodging responsibility by kicking up a fuss at first, screaming, "A woman called Julia tricked me. This was all her doing." But after the police confiscated her phone and looked at our chat history, her story crumbled, and her attempt to extort money out of me was exposed. I heard her husband completely lost it and yelled at her so loud he could have burst a vein. That night, he came over to our place and apologized profusely for what his wife had done. Having seen the contents of our chats, he promised never to let her come anywhere near our house. When I told my close mom friends about what happened with Tessa over the next few days, they told me that apparently Tessa had been inviting the quieter, more timid moms on shopping trips for a long time now, and every time when it came to paying, she'd conveniently disappear, forcing her unlucky shopping companion to foot the bill, then using nonsensical logic to avoid spending a single cent of her own money. It turns out that this wasn't her first time extorting money out of someone, and she was quite the habitual offender. It's said that the total in damages incurred by her victims amounts to a whopping $7,500. And her husband, having found out about everything, is currently in the process of divorcing her.